What's a label?
I think I'm a pretty laid-back, chill-out dude.
I would think of myself as a confident individual, which I think is a little bit better as opposed to being one of those people that whine about, you know, how much they suck.
I label myself as an international student.
I label myself as a surprisingly nice guy for how good looking I am.
Okay, I label myself as a quiet person.
How do I label myself? I label myself as a confident individual. What's a presumption?
People think of me as like a really quiet person, but I'm really not once you get to know me, and I'm not that shy.
I don't know. I don't know what people think of me. I don't care what people think of me. Because all that matters is what I think about myself and what the ladies think about me. People look at me as pretty ignorant if they know my brother first, but they need to get to know me because we're not the same.
I'm easygoing person.
I don't know, people see me as like a cool dude. I mean, pretty much go with the flow.
I think overall, college students let labels affect them way too much, and I feel like they should have my outlook where I don't really care about labels, and I'm not gonna, like I said, persuade people to think that I'm anything other than they label me because they're labeling me, and then really don't care for them.
I think that labels affect college students because, like, I don't know, girls are judged more than boys, and if a girl like sleeps with 10 people, she's a slut, but if a boy sleeps with 10 people, like, he's rewarded for it from his friends. But I don't know, I just think people judge girls more than boys. And
labels affect college students in a lot of ways because first impressions are everything, and if people have like a bad first impression of someone, then they'll never give them a chance. Who cares? Labels and college students. What's the difference between labels and college students and labels and non-college students? What kind of labels? Like negative labels, positive labels? I feel like every label given to me is a positive label. Labels affect my everyday life in many ways. I've many different things I do every day. Shower, get dressed, come here, get out the crew, fiber, under that gel shit.
Labels don't really affect my everyday life except for I guess the stuff that people say about me, but I don't let it affect me directly.
Then there'll be other things I do besides school. Gotta work out. Gotta stay bronzed up.
Labels affect my life because when I communicate with others, I feel the cultural difference.
Labels don't really affect my life because I don't really think about them. I kind of just do my own thing.
I think labels affect like how I perceive myself because I'm mindful about like what I wear in certain situations, and I don't want to be judged about certain things, so I think about it before.
These affect my life because if I did not do this, then I wouldn't be the man I am today. 1. 2, I believe that your label kind of sets you apart from everybody else. What's a deviance?
I really like to label people, but I mean, if I see somebody doing something that's like a deviant behavior, like stealing something, I'd be like, wow, that kid's a real scrub. And I don't really want to be friends with him. Like, I don't want to be associated with that kind of act.
Yeah, acts acts of deviance definitely affect how I label people, just because if I see someone doing something out of the norm, then I'm going to label them.
Okay, I do judge people by, like, their acts of deviance, I guess, because, like, if I see someone doing, like, the same thing over and over again, I'm probably less likely to hang out with that type of person if I don't agree with what they're doing.
Yes, I do feel that acts of deviance affect how I label people, because just as positive actions make people assume things and think things about certain people, negative things do also.
Of course, acts of deviance are going to affect how I label people. If people do dumb things, they're going to get labeled as dumb. Or if people, you know, like steal or something, you know, you're going to think they're a shady character.
What's the interaction? Yeah, it definitely affects my interaction, because if someone is doing something like gay or like stupid, I don't want to be interacting with them, because I don't want to be labeled the same way people would be labeling them.
Labeling definitely affects who I interact with in college, because people are gonna, you know, try to label me as something that I know I'm not, like an asshole or a dick that I may come across as. It affects it in that I don't want to interact with those people because they're saying that kind of crap about me.
Of course it does. I mean, you're not going to want to be associated with people associated with doing bad things, or people that, you know, look like fools.
I'm labeling as a Chinese student, so I have many Chinese friends, and I'm interact with my Chinese friends.
Like sororities, for instance. There's sororities out there that are known to be hot sororities, ugly sororities, slutty sororities. You don't want to be labeled badly, so you don't want to go out with a girl that's in like a, say, ugly sorority. Just because, I mean, why would you want to go up to your boys and be like, yeah, I'm going out with this girl tonight. Oh, what sorority is she in? Ah, blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, oh my god. And then you might get that bad label. And that's just not good. That's not good for anyone. So, of course, labels totally affect who I will be seen or not seen with in public.
In high school, I think there was like more cliques because people just like were either in one group or not, and in college I think people mature more and realize that like everyone is who they are and they just hang out with who they like, but there's no like individual cliques.
I don't know how much labels have really changed from high school to college. I know cheerleaders in high school were a lot prettier than they were in college.
People grow up, and I guess they really don't label people as much.
When I was in my high school, I'm just a gold student. But now I'm in America. When people see me, they will think about Chinese.
My label in high school was, like, most people knew I was pretty sweet. And I feel that followed me to college. I mean, I could walk by, phone's blowing up right now, it's mad girls talking to me. But, I mean, they don't really change unless you're about to come to school and try to be something you're not. And most people are going to see right through that. Usually it doesn't at all, but if somebody comes out and calls me a derogatory term, no, because like in the end, if people are labeling me, that means they're hating, and they're hating because they're jealous. I'm not done.
No, other people's perspectives of me aren't going to change how I'm going to act, and if they don't like me for who I am, then I guess we're not meant to be friends.
What the others think about me influence my behavior a lot.
I mean, what I've become, it's not that hard, but it's not that easy. I didn't wake up one day and look this damn good. I'm not going to lie. You got to work for it. You got to work for it. But once you get there, it's worth it. It's worth the great label. It's worth it all. So you know what? I like my label. I think it's great. I think it makes me who I am.